Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, which name is Analytics Pro. Here under this playlist guys, we are going to cover only SQL concepts from scratch. In the previous tutorial guys, we have studied about CTE, which is Common Table Expression. So there we have learned that how CTE is useful to create complex logics. You can easily use CTE guys with DML commands like insert, update, select and delete. So I hope you guys are clear with the part 1 of CTE. And now in today's tutorial guys, we will talk more about this CTE. So let's start our class and let's learn how we can use CTE with temporary column name. So let's move towards SSMS screen. So here we guys have entered in SSMS. And now guys, let me simply open the sales table with select command. Select star from our table name is sales. So let me select this query and hit execute. So here we guys can see the sales table. And now guys, let's create a simple CT with columns name. So let's suppose guys, I want to fetch only specific column with the help of CT, like this names, products, country and sales. But while creating the CTs guys, I want to provide different headers name, just like we have used in alias. So with the help of alias guys, you guys can give temporary column name to the columns. In a similar way guys, while creating the CTE, I will give temporary column names. So let's understand how we can create CTE with temporary column name. So again start with keyword to create CTE. With after that you need to define the CTE name. So let's say my CTE name would be Shubh underscore CTE, and whatever the column name you want to fetch from the sales table guys, so you can write those columns within the brackets. So let me start this bracket guys, and this names column I want to return as full underscore names. So I'll simply write full underscore names, comma. So the next column I want to fetch this products. So instead of products guys, I want to give temporary column name as let's say goods, comma, and the third column I want to fetch let's say country. So instead of country guys, I want to call it as countries, comma, and the last but not the least, I want to also fetch this sales column. So instead of sales guys, I want to give temporary name here as total underscore sales and bracket close. So basically guys, what we have done it here, we have taken the column's name but on the temporary basis. And now guys, let's write our query here under this CTE. I'll simply write as keyword. And after this as keyword guys, I will start my bracket and I can simply write my query here under these brackets. So I want to only fetch these columns. So I'll simply write select. My first column is names, comma. Second column I want to fetch products, comma. Third column I want to fetch country, comma. Fourth column I want to fetch sales. And simply write table name from sales and close this bracket. And finally guys, we need to use this CTE after closing the brackets. So I'll simply call my CTE name here, select star from our CTE name which is Shubh underscore CTE. And now let me select this query and hit execute. So here we guys can see it's returning the temporary column name as a header. Here names returning full underscore names, which you have stored here under this CTE. Similar way, products return goods. This country return countries and this sales return total sales. So in this way guys, you can use column level CTE. So this is the very simple logic guys which I have explained here to use column level CTE. But you guys can create more and more complex logics with the help of this column level CTE. And one more point guys, let's suppose if I enter one more column here, let's say region. But that column I have not used here. So let me select this query and try to hit execute. So see guys, this throws us an error. Cube underscore CT has fewer columns. There were specified in the column list. That means you have added more columns here, but one column is missing here under this CTE. So basically guys, you need to write same columns here, whatever you have given here under this CTE. If I write regions here under this select command, so only that it will display here under this CTE. Otherwise, it throws us an error. I hope you guys are clear with this column level CTE. And now guys, let's learn how we can use CTE with insert statement. So let's go to this new query. And here I am going to create a new table which name is home. So I have already copied that script. So let me simply paste it here. So this is the home table guys which I am going to create here. And these are the values guys which I am going to insert here under this table. So now let me select all the queries and hit execute. So see guys, many rows are affected. And now let me open this table with select command. So I'll simply write select star from our table name which is home. And now let me select this query and hit execute. So see guys, I can see all the 4 entries which we have inserted here under this table. And now guys, with the help of CTE guys, I will add one more entry here. So let's start with syntax of CTE. So I'll simply write with. And here I can define my CTE name. Let's say insert underscore CTE. This is my CTE name. And now I will simply write as keyword. And after as keyword guys, simply start the bracket to write your query. So my query here is that I only want to select the table. So I'll simply write select star from table name which is home and bracket close. So this is the query guys which I have inserted here under this CTE. And now I will use this CTE to enter the values. So previously guys we were using CTE with select command, but this time we will use this CTE with insert statement. So I'll simply write insert and I will call this CTE here. So let me copy this CTE which is insert underscore CTE. This CTE is guys, it's returning this table name which is select star from home. So our table name is home. And with the help of values function guys, you can simply write the values. So I'll simply write one more command here which is values. And now let me start this bracket. So our new ID would be let's say 500, comma, our name would be let's say David, comma, our country would be let's say UK, comma, age would be let's say 29, comma, and under date guys, I am taking the today's date which is April 3rd, 2025, which I need to write here under this single quotes, comma, and under salary guys, I am taking let's say 50,000 and bracket close. So our query is ready and now let me select this query and hit execute. So see guys, one row affected. Now let me simply select this table and hit execute. So see guys, this entry is added here with the help of CTE. So you can also use this CTE with insert statement. So let me write comment here CTE with insert statement. So far guys, we have learned how we can use CTE with select statement and insert statement. And now guys, let's learn how we can use CTE with update statement. So let me simply press enter here. And now simply add one more command CTE with update statement. So here we will learn how we can use CTE with update statement. So let's suppose guys, I want to update this name David. Here I want to take name as Andrea instead of David. So let's learn how we can do this thing with CTE. Although you guys can use simply update statement. But here under this class guys, we are learning CTE with different commands. So let's start to write our query. So I will simply write with keyword. And I can write my CTE name, let's say update underscore CTE. So this is my CTE name. And again, I'll write my as keyword. And after that, let's start the bracket. Let me scroll it down, guys. And again, I will take the table name here, which is select star from table name is home. So this is the query, guys, which I have stored here under this CTE. And now let's use this CTE with update command. I'll simply write update. And here I will call my CTE name, which is update underscore CTE, which define the table name, which is home. And simply write set keyword. I hope you guys are already aware about this, how we can use update command. I'm not gonna explain here that how we can use update command in SSMS. This thing guys I have already explained in the starting of the tutorials, that how we can use DML commands. So I'll simply put it set keyword. So here under this column I want to make the changes. So I'll simply write my column name which is names. And now simply put it equal to guys and simply set the new name. So I want to replace David with Andrea. So I'll write my new name here which is Andrea. And simply write where clause where ID is equal to 500. So this is the query guys which we have written here under this CTE. So now let me select this CTE and hit execute. So see guys, one row affected. And now let me open this table. So I'll simply select star from home and hit execute. So see guys, our name is replaced with Andrea with the help of this CTE, which name is update underscore CTE. So I hope you guys are clear with this, how we can use this CTE with update statement. So let's learn one more way of using CTE. So this time guys, I will use this CTE with delete statement. So let me copy this command and paste it here and simply write CTE with delete statement. So let's create delete CTE guys, and with the help of this CTE, we will delete this last row which we have just created. So again you need to start your CTE with keyword, and you can define the CTE name here. Let's say delete underscore CTE. So this is my CTE name and simply write as keyword. And now guys, let me simply start this bracket. So again, I will write my table name here under this query. Select star from the table name is home and bracket close. So let's use the delete command here. I'll simply write delete and my table name here is home, but which we have stored here under this delete underscore CT. So I'll simply use this CT name instead of table name. And now simply write where clause, that which entry you want to delete. I'll simply write where ID equal to 500. So this is the query guys which we have created here. And now let me select this query and hit execute. So see guys, one row affected. And now let's open this table. So I'll simply write my query, select star from home. So see guys, the last entry has deleted. So this is the another way guys of using this CT with delete statement. So I have covered all the DML commands with CT like select, insert, update and delete. So I hope you guys are clear with this tutorial. And now guys, let's come towards the next topic of CT. So you guys can also store the CT with views and stored procedures. So views topic guys, I have already explained in the previous tutorials. If you guys wants to take the detailed information about the views guys, you can go and watch that tutorials. So let's learn how we can convert these CTs into views or stored procedure. So let's suppose guys, I want to grouping the data as per the countries, and that query I will store first in CTE. So let's go to this new query, and firstly here I will create a CTE. I'll simply write with keyword and under with keyword guys, and now I will define my CTE name. Let's say group underscore by. This is my CTE name, and now I will simply write my as keyword and bracket start, and here I will simply store my group by query. Let's say select. So I want to grouping the things on the basis of country. So I will simply take my country column. Let's say country. Put it comma and simply write sum because I want to grouping the things on the basis of sum. And my column name would be let's say salary and bracket close and simply give alias as total salary. And our table name is home. And now simply write my group by function here, group by country and bracket close. That means this is the query guys which I have stored here under this CT, which name is group underscore by. And now let me call this query with any of the DML command, which is select star from. My CT name is group underscore by. So let me paste the CT name here. And now let me select this query and hit execute. So here we can simply see the data is grouped as per the countries. And now this query I want to store here under the views. So what I will do guys, I will simply write my view syntax here. Create view. And our view name is let's say Shubh underscore VW1. And simply write as keyword. And now I will select the entire query and hit execute. So see guys, command completed successfully. That means our entire query is stored with here under the view. And now let me simply call this view. Select star from our view name, which is Shubh underscore VW1. And now let me select this query and hit execute. So see guys, in this way, you can also store any of the CTE here under these views. And in a similar way guys, you can also store any of the query here under the stored procedure. So let's try with this stored procedure. So let me add comment here, store CTE in SPs, which is stored procedure. So what I will do guys, let me copy this query, which is my CTE here, and simply write my SP syntax. So I'll simply write create procedure, and our procedure name would be, let's say, Shubh underscore SP. And now I will simply write my SP syntax as begin, and after storing the query guys here under the begin parameter, then finally I will write and. So this is the syntax of stored procedure. Create procedure, procedure name as begin. You can store the query here under the begin keyword, and finally you need to add and. And now let me select entire query and hit execute. So see guys, command completed successfully. And to call the stored procedure guys, you don't need to use select star from. Simply write the procedure name, which is shubh underscore sp. And now let me select this query guys and hit execute. So again you can see we have stored the CTE here under this stored procedure. So I hope you guys are clear with all the topics which we have covered here under this class. So with this tutorial guys, we have completed all the topics of CTE. So for such kind of detailed learning guys, stay connected with us and kindly support this channel. And those who are new to this channel, kindly hit the like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to press this bell icon guys, else you will miss an update. And those who wants to learn Power BI or SQL from scratch, so you guys can follow this free YouTube channel, which name is Analytics Pro. And if you scroll it down guys, so here you guys can see we have a full course Power BI playlist where I have explained each and every concept about Power BI in detail. And if you click here on this playlist button guys, so you guys will get to see multiple playlists are here. This is the Power BI full course playlist, and these are the advanced concepts of Power BI where you guys can take the knowledge of advanced concepts of Power BI. And we have this Power BI with SQL playlist where you guys can learn all the concepts of SQL from scratch. So you guys can start your SQL journey with this free YouTube channel. And along with that guys, we have this visualization playlist and we have this DAX expression playlist where we have covered most of the DAX functions from scratch which are majorly used in your projects. And here under this playlist, I am also trying to cover all the differences of DAX functions which is majorly asked in an interviews. And very soon guys, I will add some more playlists so that you guys can take better understanding of the analytical skills. And for the job seekers guys, we have this free Telegram group where I'm keep posting latest Power BI jobs opening, as well as you will also find some latest interview question and answers which recently asked by an interviewer. So you don't need to pay anything to anyone. But those who are looking only live sessions, so we guys also conduct live training and sessions where we prepare candidates from scratch till intermediate level with some scenarios, real-time projects, assignments, notes and so on. And we also provide placement assistance with the help of WhatsApp group where you will get to see some HR emails, contact number and so on. And you guys can also follow us on Insta as well as Facebook. So all the links I will share under the description box. You guys can follow us there. So for free learners guys, you guys can follow this Analytics Pro, and for the live training and sessions, you guys can connect me any of the platform. Thank you so much guys for your more love and support. Keep learning and keep growing. Thank you so much.